Hi, welcome to Verse of the Day. I'm Brandon Hathaway, the preacher at the Westside Church of Christ in Owensboro, Kentucky. I want to thank you for joining me today as we open up our Bible, again, continuing reading throughout the week. And today's chapters for the reading schedule is Psalm 3 and Psalm 4. Psalm 3 and Psalm 4. So I want to encourage you to take just a short time to read those two chapters. Maybe take a little more time, read over them a couple times, and maybe dwell on it, meditate on those scriptures, and do a little study. Most of those verses focus on enemies and God delivering you. Talking about how being surrounded by enemies, they don't believe in you, they ask where your God is, and then how God delivers you, how God takes care of you, provides for you, allows you to sleep, how you're able to stand among thousands of your enemies. And so God's always there for you. And so some good encouraging verses here in Psalm 3 and Psalm 4. So please make sure you read the rest of it. Verse I chose today was one that kind of a little separate from that, but also makes sense to be within that, is Psalm 4, verse 4. Psalm 4, verse 4. If you want to open up your Bibles, read this along with me. As it says, be angry and do not sin. Meditate within your heart on your bed and be still, silent. So, as we look at that, and again, in mindset that we're talking about having so many enemies, and God always delivering you, and God being there, God strengthening you, God protecting you, is that when you're surrounded by your enemies and people who are trying to bring you down, people who make fun of you, the trials and temptations that are at your feet at the time and point, is that it's easy to allow those things to cause you to get angry. And within your when we're angry, we sometimes lose our self-control. And when we do that, then we act too quickly. We do things without thinking, and it can cause us to sin. And that's why it says, "Be angry and do not sin." So anger in itself is not a sin. We get upset that other people are sinning. We get upset that people are Satan's trying to cause us to sin and be more like them. And it's okay to be angry. But here it says, be angry and do not sin. So we still have to keep everything in check, keep everything continuing. And again, this goes back to the rest of the verses that I was referring to, is the fact that it means go to God. Allow God to help us to overcome these things. It goes into that point of meditate. Meditate within your heart on your bed and be still. So take that time to meditate, to pray. And as we looked at yesterday, when we looked at Psalm 1 and verse 2, brings out in that latter part, in his law he meditates day and night. So as we meditate and we've gone through these things that are causing us to be angry, meditate on the scriptures, meditate on the word of God. Think about how it is that we should react to these temptations, how it is that we should overcome, how it is God can help us to overcome these things. And so, again, make sure we keep ourselves in check. Always go to God. God is always going to be there for us. He's going to deliver us through all things. And so be angry and do not sin. Hey, thank you for joining me. I truly appreciate it. I hope everybody stays warm today. It is icy out there in our area, and so be careful if you're traveling through anywhere that went through the nice ice that we got, and be safe. And again, if I can ever help, please let me know, and if I can, I'll do what I can. So have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.